and welcome back to my channel. Please remember to subscribe down below and leave a comment. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my 4-year experience working and volunteering at various disability spaces. But before then, I currently started reading this book. Its title is Counseling Psychology in Kenya by Godfrey Wango. For anyone interested in mental health issues, it's a very good book. It's recommended for teachers, doctors, nurses, social workers, the clergy, and anyone who needs counseling skills. So be sure to grab it and read it. Counseling Psychology in Kenya by Godfrey Wango. So let's dive right into the topic. So somebody asked me on social media why I specifically decided to volunteer and work with disability, and here is my answer. So when I came to campus, it was so boring to just sit in the hostel and do nothing, because when you come to campus, it's a new place. You barely know lots of people, and there's not that much work to be done when you're in year one. And so when I came to campus, I was bored to just sit around. So I walked right into a school for kids with disability, and I asked to volunteer there. And by the grace of God, I was given a chance to volunteer there. I continued to volunteer there for 1 year and 4 months. So my first day in that school, my first volunteering day, it's a day I will never forget. It was on a Tuesday, and living with these kids, being with them, being among that one day was the life-changing experience for me. And that's where I knew, and my heart was convinced that I wanted to work in disability spaces. I wanted to volunteer and engage with disability, because the love I saw among those kids was the best. I saw kids who, the ones in wheelchairs and cannot be able to push themselves, are pushed by those in crutches. Those in crutches maybe are not able to feed themselves, or there are those who are not able to feed themselves. They will be fed by these in wheelchairs. There are those who are not able to maybe push themselves around. They can't even remember maybe where they sleep. I saw the love among these kids, and that's what won my heart. During lunchtime, I went to the hall. You could see them feed each other, and they are very small. Some of them are in grade 1, and the love I saw, and it's genuine love. You know, there are people who, there are places where you go and you feel that love is not, it's because you're new there also. But the love I felt among these kids was genuine. The way I saw them, you could see those who were able to wash, those who were able to go hang. So I think this was the best experience that I had in that school, my day one. And I was telling a friend of mine, I didn't eat for 3 good days after I started volunteering there, because I had never interacted with disability before. And now this is a school of young kids who love each other. They are living normally. They don't want sympathy. You just empathize with them and live with them so well. And that thing won my heart, and that was the beginning of my journey volunteering there. I went ahead to teach grade 1 and grade 2 in the same school. And mind you, I taught people who were my age in grade 1. People who were my age in grade 1. And because of now the disability they have delayed, and they act and live as kids. That's the most amazing thing. They act, live, do their things. They will not show you that they are superior, but deep down, that when you ask how old they are, that's when you get shocked. I went ahead to teach these kids. They are so amazing. After that, I volunteered at a center for kids with autism. And that was another life-changing experience. These are kids who love you for who you are. These are kids who will see you come to school in the morning, and they will run. And I think now that is where, that was in year 1. So I volunteered there for 1 year and 4 months, then left to the autism center, where I stayed for a few months, then a few months too. It was an amazing experience. These kids love you. They come and they call you teacher. To you, you're their everything. They open up to you. And mind you, the stories I had from these kids is what made me humbled. This is what humbled me, because these kids some of these kids in wheelchairs will tell you, "Mami ananifungianga kwa nyumba so that maybe you don't go play with the other kids." I would see kids on visiting day. Their parents would bring them food, then go. And these kids need love. They actually don't even care how much money you have or how much money you don't have. What they need so much is love and attention. And So after now being in the autism school for a while, I left, and when I started working with International Citizenship Service, I was placed at an organization that deals with persons with disability too. And now that was the game changer of everything, because now I had already developed an interest in disability. And now here comes a chance that I have worked with kids only for about 2 years. But now someone has given, for 3 years, I had worked with kids for 3 years. But now here, International Citizenship Service gave me an opportunity to now deal with these people one-on-one. Grown-ups who have accepted themselves, who are doing great things. So what I used to do during that period is I would travel, go to these groups, meet self-help groups of persons with disability. I would see their ideas. Most of them have income generating activities. We would support them in those activities. And for the first time in my life, I saw people who didn't need sympathy. I saw people who didn't need pity. I saw persons with disability who are so empowered. I met persons with disability who were doing great things, and this made me ask myself, if these people have challenges, and these challenges have not stopped them from doing their daily activities, from doing great things, from achieving great things, and I tell you, these people are doing things that normal people cannot do. These people have special abilities. I went there, I saw most of them with amazing businesses that are booming, and being among those people made me think, if these people have gone against all odds to fight and come out so strong on what they are doing, what will limit me from going out there and achieving? I was telling a friend of mine the other day, whether today, if I get broke to the brokest moment of my life, I have no money or I never complain. I sat down and started telling God, thank you for my hands. Thank you that I have hands. Thank you that I have legs. Thank you that I have ability to see. Some of these things, the things you don't, how many of us even remember to say thank you by the fact that you have ears? But working at these spaces empowered me. Then from there, I started working on a project for registration for women with disabilities. And the stories I have had, I was telling a friend of mine, the stories I have had for the past 2 years, I am a completely different person because of those stories. So I sat with people who were not born that way. Some of them it's accidents that made them that way. Some of them it's stroke. Someone would come and cry because they know they had lived a perfect life, but now, because there's this one thing my boss always says, we are all candidates to disability. You'd be fine today, you travel, and it's not maybe your fault, get an accident and we are all candidates to disability. And these people, you never know when it will come. You would be fine, then a mental issue happens, and from there you end up becoming that way. So I had stories of people who, children, first-time mothers who are expectant to get kids, only to get kids with disability, and maybe they got their depression from there. I've had white. Then in the field, if there's one thing I have seen, is genuine love. Because we keep saying, oh, love doesn't exist. If there's one thing I have seen women who have stuck by their men, despite maybe he got a disability and maybe he doesn't have legs, maybe he got cancer and his legs were cut, and vice versa. I have seen men stick with their women in stages when they come and sit with you and tell you how they got there. You sit down and ask yourself, what have I done, God, to be this way? So I have had stories of, maybe I saw a story of a 12-year-old who was raped by a relative, and from there she got a mental issue. I have had cases of people who fainted during fires, and from there they got burned, maybe the face, the hands, and from there they got their disabilities from there. I saw a family of seven people, and all of them have a disability. So even as I'm doing this video, my main message would be, please try to be kind. Having worked in this field for 4 good years, met these people, stayed with them, these people, you never know what someone is going through. I would see people coming in. I was telling someone, we went to a certain place during our field work, and there was these people driving nice cars, but when they gave me their story, I sat down and imagined these people have all the money. So because we keep saying there are disabilities that are caused by maybe giving birth at home, not attending prenatal clinics also. But now these are people who have all the money, or maybe there are those who get kids and they don't take them to maybe therapy also because maybe they are not able. But now I saw this family that is so able, but there is nothing they could have done to prevent what happened. So I hope that even as you go through your daily activities, we will learn how to be kind. We will learn how to, you never know what someone is going through. I saw a woman who had brought the daughter. The daughter has mental issues, and the daughter had strangled the child, the grandchild of this woman. The daughter had strangled the child, then gone and buried her. And when you see this woman, she is normal, but there's so much that's disturbing her. Some of these cases, you will see people who maybe their families have disturbed them, they have gone through a lot, and when they come to you, they expect you to understand. They expect you not to judge them. They expect you to be kind. So no matter what wewe mwenyewe unapitia, you have to sit down and understand these people. And that's why I was telling people, you will sit with some people. I was walking in town the other day, and I saw by mistake a guy pulling a cat. Akamwagia mwingine maji ile ya barabara, just by mistake. And the insults that woman mounted of that guy, and it was innocently. He didn't even intend to do. He didn't wake up in the morning and say, today I'm going to spill water on someone. So I hope that even as we go through our days, we will learn how to be kind. And when you see someone with a disability, there's ability. We keep saying there's ability beyond disability. I have seen it. I have sat and witnessed. I have stayed with these people. They are the most loving people. They're the most amazing people you can ever stay with. And if you're ever in a position to help, please do. And I hope that even as we go through our days, we will learn how to be kind. We will learn how to choose our words wisely, so that maybe what you say, you will not meet someone who maybe is going through hell, and now you become another hell, maybe by your words, by your actions. I hope and pray that we will learn how to be kind each and every other day as we go through our days. So thank you. That's my 4-year experience working in various disability fields, and I have not stopped. I am still working in those fields. That is my main focus. So thank you. I will see you in my next video. Please remember to be kind and nice to everyone.